Alright, here we have the ft-230r. Now the other day, this is the 2 meter version of these radios. I did a 70 centimeter version of it the other day. I've done a few things. So the bulb had gone, so I went in there. On the other one, there's a video where the repeater up and down function wasn't needed cleaning, and there was a bulb out on the SWR meter, so I put an LED in there. So there's a video on my channel about that, and I was lucky when I put that in, it fixed the circuit for the LCD light to come on too. Well, this radio wasn't so lucky, there was no lights. I put the LED in the same, and it was harder to get at this one, and then it didn't fix the LCD one, so I went in there. So there's 2 LEDs in this one now. Have a look at this. So this is a 230R 2 meter version. It's bright in it. Let me see if I can dial that down. Wow. There it is. But what I hadn't noticed is the squelch is open there. And the volume's up. And I thought, oh, I've left the speaker leads off. Nope. I haven't. So there's something wrong with the audio on this one. I'm going to have a little look around, see what I can find. And if I don't find anything, this video won't see the light of day. But if you are watching this on YouTube, there's a good chance I went further, and fingers crossed, I fixed it. So wish me luck. If you're watching this, wish me luck. Here we go. Hey. So this radio, which is upside down, the ft-230r. This one had no, I changed the LED bulbs, and I hadn't noticed that it had bigger issues. I might have left it alone. So there's no audio coming out, and I removed this, which wasn't easy because I didn't know that this big metal bit down the bottom was part of it. And when it came out, it was kind of stuck. It was like pulling back. I thought, what? Well, here's what. There's see that bit of string in the air there, and the missing track. So that was still attached to one of the legs. So this. So I removed 2 capacitors just to see where it was going, and it goes to the leg of this one, and over to pin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if I can get that a little better for you. There it is. So a nice ripped out track. At least it's not going too far. Nightmare. And there's not much room. There's not much room at all. So I've lost one here too, and this one wants to go. So I got a lot of tidying up to do. But it was because I didn't realize these were part of it. I was just trying to take it out to run some tests in that area. And I've got another one of these radios, which, if you've seen the other videos on my channel recently, I think I changed the bulb on that too. But I had that to take some readings from and compare, and look at it. Look at it. Nightmare. So this one, that's looking a bit like some sort of paisley right now. So this is the back side of the track I'm missing. So I've got an option of running a lead from here to here, which would do what I need, or trying to run it underneath the chip. So I think we've just decided I'm going to put a cable from there to the bottom of the capacitor when I put it back in. That needs to be stuck down or something. But yeah, that seems to be what I'll do. I'll finish cutting it off. I'll cut it off sharp on the other side, and I'll run a lead over the back there to make the connection. It'll be doing the same job as that. And the one that's coming loose looks like it's got a top side as well. It's got a track that runs off over there underneath. Over there, and it's probably running off to the speakers, because the speaker leads, the jack on the back is over in that corner. I don't know if there's much else going on. So this is where the amp is, those are the capacitors, and I'm guessing it runs off under there somewhere. I thought I'd start taking some shots, and maybe I'll put a video out if it works. I was testing this with some. I might have filmed some of that. I can't remember, but I was testing it, looking for AC, and when I was turning the volume up and down with the squelch off, I was getting it on the input, which was around pin 1, I think, or hang on, pin 8. Hang on, when I'm upside down, it was. Let's have a look, see if I can show you this. So I was looking for AC while it was on, and the chip was still in, and I was getting some voltage here between 0 and like not a lot, but it was varying when I turned the volume up and down. And we should see something here and here. I don't know if this one's even used, but there was an output here on the good one, which goes up to these capacitors. There's a capacitor there. I'm going to put new capacitors in as well. But anyway, AC voltage, I was getting 13 volts there. I think 8 volts here on the good one. I think I was seeing, I can't remember now. I think I'll stop there because I can't remember the voltages, but I was looking for AC, and it seemed it was an input up here that was varying, and I think even over here was varying, but there was nothing out over here on this one. So hopefully hopefully these are new chips. I didn't know I was getting 2. I've ordered these off eBay and they look used, but hopefully they're good. And they're from the same batch too. Well, I'll have one spare or one to sell. Right, I'm going to tidy this up then. I need to figure out what was going on with this pin as well. Whether that needs, it looks like it's in no man's land there, and on the other side, so it might not be doing anything. But if it needs to go somewhere, I'm going to find that out. This looks like no man's land as well, but we know that's my broken track from the other side. And we know that this one, so it goes, so that's your output to there. And from there then, alright. Something's happening. So that's going to come back here. But I think this is the output. But over here there's another one that shoots off towards this corner somewhere anyway, I think. Anyway, let's see. So I'm looking through my phone zoomed in, same as the image you're seeing. And I'm using the torch on my phone, and ooh, look how hairy the ends of my tweezers were. Good job I'm not a surgeon, eh? Good job this isn't somebody's I don't know, gallbladder or something. But look, I've got the end of it there. I didn't want it to be underneath the capacitor there. I've cut it off. So here's the bit I took away. Tiny. Right? And there's just this one little bit left that I've lifted up now. And I think the bottom of the capacitors are plastic, so as long as that's not going to touch a leg. I'd like to trim it off a bit better than I have. But yeah, I just need to get that last little bit. Ooh, hairy. Oh, it came off, did it? Could do with that. If I just wiggle it back and forth, it might go. You know, when you want them to stay put, they don't. There you go. I got it. Whoa. Yeah. I was saying when you want them to come off, they don't, and when you want them to stay somewhere, they come off. That looks good now. It's ripped up to the paint of the capacitor circle, so it's I think it's sealed under there. A bit under the weather. Sorry, dudes. Sorry, peeps. But yeah, that's nice and neat now. Look, nothing exposed. So I'm going to go from the back side of this capacitor when it's back in and over to that leg of the new chip. Looks a bit messy, but then I'm going to have to clean that up, and flux. This capacitor's playing up. It's funny when you're in at this level, things look different. Yeah, this all this gunk in beer. It's just burnt flux. But I will put some, I'll do some cleaning there. Make sure all these holes are clear before the new one goes in. Oh, let's zoom back out. Whoa, we were right in there. We were right down in there. Look, these are the bits I'm looking at. Looks clean from here. Not down there. Alright, just done a bit of cleaning in there. Looking a lot better. That's much better. I'll do the rear as well. And that was just 2 cotton buds. And I used this. Cleaned it up nice. Just put the clean bud into the isopropyl alcohol and give it a... Yeah. Let's do the other side. So there it is. Mucky pup. Let's give it a clean. Not as satisfying, and it's gonna get worse before it gets better, because I'll be adding some flux before resoldering, and it'll need a clean again, but there we go. I think that lifted track will stay down once the capacitor's back. That one's going to be alright. I need to know if that was supposed to go anywhere. It looks like it's terminated into that dead zone. Maybe the other side of it had something. Let's have a look. So that is towards me. Let's have a look. Oh, is that my problem one, is it? So I guess it didn't go anywhere on the other side. No, it's not. Hang on. Ah. Hear the gears turning in my mind. Right. My problem one is... The problem one that I'm going to put a link on is towards me here. And is that the one? No. Yes. Wow. So I had it all wrong. I was going to wire it up wrong. So I need to go from there to there. I need to think this through now. I'm lost. Well. So earlier I had it wrong. I thought I was going to be going from here to there. Over here somewhere. There I was going to go. Whereas actually it's there I need to go. So this was nothing on this side, but they had the track that came along and over to here. So I just need to join that up with some wire. Wow, I almost made a big mistake. So let's just keep an eye on that one now. So it's the top of this one, which will be the bottom when it's over. Let's have a look. Yeah, so that's the right one I want. To see the tracks missing on this side. So interesting. So it's gonna go. It used to go from there over to here, and I've trimmed it off now. There we are. Problem averted before it happened. So here's the 3 capacitors I removed. This one was going up over the chip. That sits on top of the chip. 100 microfarad, 16 volt. This one. Turn it around. So even though it's bigger, let's have a look, it's 10 volt. 470 microfarads, and this one 47 microfarad 10 volts. So I'll have to see if I have anything like that. I might have to order those, because it's just, I'm going to change them because these things dry out all the time. It's quite neat that under the chip there's a drawer in for the capacitor that sits on top. See if I can show you this. So this square here and these little lines going to these 2 holes is where the capacitor was sitting on top, and then there's one here and one here, and where's the other one? If I put the lid back on. Oh, I put the lid back on. Nightmare. Damn. Well, I am surprised I did have the capacitors. Didn't think I'd have a 47. The old one is 10 volt, so 16 volt, that's okay. It's alright to go a bit bigger. 16 volt, 100, and I think this one... 16 volt 100, so that's the same. And then this one was 10 volt, this one's 25. Thought that was on the run then, but that'll be okay. And they're not physically much in it, so I just need to remember to keep these legs long and add some protection on them so they don't short out to anything. So I don't know if I can nick these little yellow ones, or I'll put some heat shrink on it or something. Oh, I got the caps. Well, there's the new chip in. That was fun. Get in there. Oh, inspired by some Eye of the Tiger from downstairs. Kim's on the piano. So yeah, I managed to find all the caps I need, so just gotta remember which ones go where. I know that I managed to take the plastic legs off that one, so they're insulated. Plastic legs, insulation covers. So here we go. The insulation covers go in those two holes at the bottom of the chip, and I think the size difference there will tell me where the 47 goes and the 470. Nice and easy. Here we go. Alright, we're getting there now. I've soldered the chip back in. That's what I'm looking to do next now. Is add some more solder to that one, but I'm going to put a link between here and here. So I've just cut and trimmed this wire. Hello. So I've cut, tinned and trimmed that, and it's going to just about make it over there. I'm going to bend one of the ends so it fits sort of down in there, and I'll solder that capacitor leg on, and then I'll lay it across and onto there. So it looks too long now. I cut it, just cut it. It feels too big. I'm going to bend one end down and then lay it over. So 2 secs. Alright, I've got my little link in. It's not touching anything it shouldn't. I need to trim those legs down a little. That doesn't look too good. Yeah, I'll clean it all up a bit now, but they're on. I'm not happy with this, but I think it's gonna have sound, and it didn't have sound before, so that'll be good. Yeah. So the new caps are in, the chips in. I've put the little link for the missing track in. I've cleaned them up a bit. I'm going to put the power on now and see if we got sound. Right, moment of truth. Power on. Power on. Oh, we're back in business. Woohoo! Squelch. Oh, look at that. Right, I'm going to put it all back together. Right, it's had 2 new LEDs and a sound card. Looking good. I should put the meter on it really and see how much power it's putting out. Could have used it on the 2-meter net last night. Whoa. Just going to do a little test then. This radio's M0KI, check in. Just doing a quick test. 1 2 1 2. 2 2 1 2. Test. Sounds good. Cheers. Tidy.